Embarking on this journey, I invite you to explore a fascinating tapestry of beliefs concerning the ultimate fate of humanity and the cosmos. In this exploration, we examine the ancient idea known as eschatology, a term that refers to interpretations about the final destiny of the world and the end of days. Throughout history, diverse cultures and religions have crafted narratives to explain what happens when time reaches its conclusion. These visions have shaped not only religious thought but also cultural values, social practices, and historical events. My goal is to guide you through these foundational ideas in a clear, accessible manner. In this narrative, the focus is on the heart of eschatological thought. I will show how visions of the end times influence moral outlooks, inspire personal behavior, and impact communal traditions. Every tradition, drawn from ancient scriptures or modern reinterpretations, carries its own symbols and messages of hope, judgment, and renewal. It is a deeply personal yet communal exploration that invites introspection as well as a broader understanding of our shared human experience. By weaving insights from multiple faiths and historical moments, I illustrate how these apocalyptic concepts reflect humanity's quest to comprehend life's finite nature and its possibility for rebirth. This exploration is designed not only to inform but also to inspire creative reflection on our place in the universe. As we begin this journey into the world of eschatology, consider how every ending might also herald a new beginning. Let us step forward together into an ancient tapestry that continues to shape our modern understanding of destiny. Throughout this narrative, every phrase invites us to contemplate mysteries and embrace the timeless allure that intertwines our past with our present while inspiring hopeful look toward our future. Eschatology is the study and interpretation of what many believe will be the final chapter in the story of the universe. At its core, it encompasses a spectrum of ideas that detail how time comes to an end and what transformations follow life's conclusion. Across different cultures, this concept appears in myths, sacred writings, and folklore, all offering visions of dramatic finales or peaceful renewals. Found in ancient traditions and modern beliefs alike, eschatology provides each civilization with a framework to understand life's impermanence and the promise of regeneration. Drawing from traditions around the world, the concept emphasizes cycles of ending and beginning. Various societies weave these ideas into stories featuring battles between cosmic forces, journeys into otherworldly realms, and the divine sorting of souls. Whether depicted as a cataclysmic explosive event or a gentle transition into a new era, the imagery of eschatology captures the human imagination with its blend of mystery and clarity. In many accounts, symbolic language paints vivid pictures of cosmic structures falling apart, only to be remade into a renewed order of existence. For those new to the subject, it is helpful to grasp that eschatology is not solely a matter of doom but also an exploration of hope, regeneration, and moral accountability. Its narratives serve as both warnings and guides, suggesting that every conclusion is intricately linked to the potential for a new beginning. As I unfold these ideas in simple, accessible language, the aim is to build a foundation where ancient prophecies become understandable reflections on life's evolving journey. In this way, the study of eschatology invites the curious mind to question, reflect, and ultimately appreciate that every end carries within it seeds of eternal transformation. Thus, understanding eschatology becomes a key to unlocking the mysteries of both our past and our future. Religious traditions often incorporate visions of the end times to provide structure, meaning, and direction in the lives of believers. These eschatological narratives play a significant role in guiding moral behavior, inspiring rituals, and establishing a framework for understanding the mysteries of life and death. Across different faiths, the promise of ultimate justice and renewal offers comfort during times of trouble and motivates communities to uphold ethical standards. The idea that each life will eventually be weighed and judged helps reinforce a sense of responsibility toward one's actions and choices. By integrating end-time visions into their doctrines, religious communities create a shared sense of destiny that transcends individual experience. These stories, whether they foretell dramatic cosmic battles or depict serene transitions into a new era, serve to remind followers of the impermanence of the current world and the hope for regeneration. Even in the face of adversity, the assurance of eventual renewal encourages believers to live virtuous and purposeful lives. It is this interplay between fear of judgment and the hope for redemption that has sustained many traditions through centuries of change. In simple and accessible terms, eschatology in religion is not a mere prediction of doom. It is a rich tapestry that weaves together themes of morality, justice, and hope. This narrative element unites diverse communities by articulating a universal set of values and ethical principles. It also serves as a source of inspiration, enabling individuals to confront challenges with a steadfast resolve that the hardships of today will give way to a brighter, more harmonious future. Thus, the role of eschatology in religion is a vibrant, living force that shapes worldviews, urging every believer to pursue a life of purpose and compassion. This dynamic influence reinforces ethical conduct and deepens our understanding of our place in the cosmos. The impact of eschatological beliefs on history is profound and multifaceted. Throughout the ages, apocalyptic prophecies have inspired significant events and shaped societal transformations. In many periods, visions of an impending end have driven communities to reform, to unite, or, at times, to confront their deepest fears. In the face of uncertainty, leaders and common people alike have found in these prophecies both a warning and a call to action. Empires have risen and fallen, revolutions have ignited, and social movements have taken shape under the influence of end-times narratives. Historical records reveal that apocalyptic ideas were often invoked during periods of crisis, such as wars, plagues, and natural disasters. The belief in a divine reckoning has spurred both hope and radical change, prompting reforms in social structures and shifts in political power. These prophecies served as a mirror reflecting collective anxieties, crystallizing the ethos of their times. They not only foretold doom but also offered the promise of regeneration and renewal. In this way, the legacy of eschatological thought is woven into the fabric of history. It has left an indelible mark on literature, art, and public policy, persuading societies to rethink their values and actions in light of an uncertain future. The historical influence of these visions reminds us that ideas about the end of days are far from static. They evolve and adapt, continuously shaping human experience and societal progress. Thus, historical events reflect a dialogue between fear and hope, driven by eschatological visions that transform societies profoundly. Christianity offers a rich and symbolic vision of the end times, most notably presented in the Book of Revelation. This text describes a final cosmic struggle between good and evil and foretells the anticipated return of Christ. The second coming is seen as the moment when Christ returns as a divine judge, raising the dead and meting out final judgment. For believers, this prophecy offers both hope and a stern warning. It encourages a life of moral integrity and steadfast faith, promising that the trials of the present will give way to divine order. The vivid images of angels, stars, and a renewed heaven inspire a sense of ultimate renewal. Through these allegorical depictions, Christian eschatology calls on followers to live purposefully, understanding that the end times bring not only condemnation but also the possibility of eternal life and transformation. These timeless promises inspire unwavering faith and shape hopeful futures. Islamic eschatology presents a detailed narrative of the end times, centering on the Day of Judgment. In this tradition, believers anticipate a decisive moment when all souls will be resurrected and held accountable for their actions. The scriptural accounts speak of a final battle against the forces of chaos, notably featuring the confrontation with Gog and Magog, symbols of disorder. This narrative emphasizes divine justice and mercy, urging the faithful to live righteously in preparation for that imminent day. The weight of accountability is balanced by the promise of forgiveness for sincere repentance. Such visions serve as both a powerful warning and a source of hope, compelling adherents to nurture their spiritual lives and pursue ethical paths. Through vivid imagery and allegory, Islamic eschatology inspires a commitment to justice, self-improvement, and the renewal of faith in the face of an inevitable, divinely orchestrated reckoning. This promise truly strengthens hearts worldwide. Jewish eschatology centers on the hope for a messianic age marked by renewal and restoration. This tradition envisions the rebuilding of the temple and the arrival of the Messiah, who will usher in an era of peace and justice. It emphasizes reconciliation, spiritual revival, and the fulfillment of ancient prophecies. In this vision, the end times are not solely about despair but about the promise of a transformed world where divine presence is manifest. This hopeful future encourages adherence to tradition and moral clarity, guiding the community toward a renewed sense of purpose and unity. A radiant promise for all. Across Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, eschatological visions display both common themes and distinct differences. Each tradition speaks of a final judgment, the renewal of existence, and the hope for transformation. Yet they diverge in symbolic interpretation and narrative detail. While Christianity embraces dramatic imagery of cosmic battles and divine judgment, Islam focuses on resurrection and accountability, and Judaism emphasizes restoration and a peaceful messianic era. These similarities unite the faiths under a shared human longing for cosmic justice, while differences reflect unique cultural and historical perspectives. Together, they illustrate the diverse ways humanity seeks to understand its destiny in unity. Throughout various eschatological narratives, certain themes consistently emerge, providing a common language to explore humanity's final destiny. One of the most prominent motifs is the role of divine judgment. This idea portrays an ultimate reckoning where every action is measured and morality is held accountable by a supernatural force. Equally significant is the portrayal of the afterlife, which is often depicted as a realm of reward and punishment. Many traditions envision a heaven of eternal bliss and a hell of unending torment, offering a moral framework that guides behavior in the present. In addition to judgment and the afterlife, these narratives underscore the importance of hope and redemption. Even as they warn of dire consequences, they assure believers that transformation and renewal are possible. The promise of a new beginning, whether through a messianic era, divine resurrection, or cosmic reordering, inspires individuals to pursue virtuous lives. By intertwining themes of accountability with messages of hope, eschatological visions encourage a balanced perspective that navigates both a fear of judgment and a yearning for renewal. These shared themes resonate deeply, uniting diverse cultures in the common pursuit of moral clarity and eternal transformation. Moreover, the recurring motif of judgment reinforces the belief that human actions have eternal significance. The promise of redemption and forgiveness further motivates individuals to seek personal growth and societal improvement. In every tradition, the balance between retributive justice and restorative hope nurtures a dialogue that bridges the spiritual and the worldly. Such enduring themes inspire human reflection daily. Eschatological ideas have long transcended the pages of sacred texts to influence societies in profound ways. The symbolic language of apocalypse nurtures creativity in art, literature, and music, transforming abstract prophecies into tangible cultural expressions. In our collective imagination, these visions serve as reminders of both human fragility and the potential for renewal. They have sparked revolutions, inspired philosophical debates, and even reshaped political ideologies. By challenging the norms of everyday life, eschatological thought encourages us to rethink our values and question the status quo. These end times narratives also impact individual lives. They inspire personal reflection, urging people to consider the legacy of their actions. The promise of transformation underlies many modern movements that advocate for change and reform. As society faces complex challenges, from environmental crises to social unrest, the enduring allure of apocalyptic imagery offers a framework to understand contemporary anxieties. This perspective not only mobilizes collective action but also fosters community resilience in uncertain times. Within such discourse, eschatology becomes a bridge connecting ancient wisdom with modern aspirations, reminding us that every perceived ending can sow the seeds for a new beginning. Moreover, these visions evoke a collective creative energy that shapes both artistic endeavors and social reforms. The dialogue between ancient prophecies and modern challenges encourages innovative solutions and inspires movements that seek a balanced future. In embracing the lessons of the past, society renews its commitment to growth and transformation. Ultimately, the impact of eschatological thought stimulates both introspection and forward-thinking visions for our society. As eschatological beliefs seep into the collective consciousness, the end of days emerges as a truly global phenomenon. Across continents, cultures, and communities, visions of apocalypse have found expression in myriad ways. In some corners of the world, eschatological thought has even spurred the rise of doomsday cults, whose radical interpretations sometimes lead to dangerous actions. Meanwhile, modern challenges such as climate change and economic instability have merged with ancient prophecies, creating a contemporary tapestry of fear, hope, and uncertainty. This convergence of ancient lore with modern reality provides a dynamic framework for understanding our rapidly changing world. The global impact of eschatology is evident in art, media, and public discourse. From vivid murals depicting symbolic cataclysms to novels that reimagine the end times, creative expressions draw inspiration from a rich heritage of apocalyptic thought. Policymakers and community leaders, too, have drawn upon these narratives, whether in cautionary tales about environmental neglect or in calls for social reform. In the interplay of tradition and modernity, the concept of the end of days challenges us to reconsider our habits, values, and expectations. It serves as a mirror reflecting both our deepest fears and our highest aspirations. In embracing these global perspectives, we acknowledge that the end of the world is not merely a distant prophecy but a recurring theme that influences daily life. Through art, debate, and action, humanity confronts the reality of its own impermanence while nurturing dreams of renewal and transformation. These powerful global messages unite souls universally. Ultimately, the narrative of global apocalypse transcends cultural barriers and resonates deeply with the human spirit. It challenges us to reimagine our future and inspires a collective effort to create a world defined by renewal and hope. In every heartbeat, humanity envisions a transformative dawn, bringing forth endless new beginnings. In closing, this exploration of eschatology has revealed a mosaic of beliefs about the end times that spans cultures, histories, and religions. Each narrative, whether it foretells judgment or promises renewal, offers insights into the human condition. By examining these visions, we not only understand our past but also gain hope for the future. The study of eschatology challenges us to reflect deeply on life's mysteries and to embrace the possibility of transformation. Ultimately, the quest for meaning in the face of the unknown unites us all in a shared, eternal journey. May we all walk this timeless path together.